Wants to sleep out here, and all that will go and happen and they're not going to stop us. It's not like they're permitting it,
right?
But they're not going to stop us. And
right.
so that's us standing up and getting a we get a whole lot,
right?
And so I want to see this go up, but if we're going to have it go up, we should need to talk about it. Through process.
Right.
And there's a possibility that through process we decided that we want to put it up tonight.
Right.
But I think some people will be against that.
Okay.
And I think that there's some reasonable arguments about having it not go up tonight, but have it go up later. We're not about. It'd be nice if we want to keep it. We want to occupy the park, right? Everybody's agreement with that.
Yeah. Right.
And we're doing that, and conceivably we can do that for a week without a lot of problems. And then we can pick our battles where we want them to be,
right?
Instead of at random.
Hey Bruce.
So maybe we should.
So we're gonna save it for the assembly.
If these guys are still here, I'd like to maybe make a proposition. What we want to actually accomplish here. If we are going to set up tents, I think it makes a lot of sense for us to set those tents up on the sidewalks. And my reasoning for that, if we are going to do that, I'm not saying we are, I'm not saying we should, but if we are going to do that, I think that at least takes what is being said, even if we choose to disobey it, and at least acknowledges a legitimate concern, while at the same time saying, we understand what your concern is, we're still choosing to disobey, but we're still taking what you're saying into account and attempting to respect public property.
I appreciate that. While we do have concerns about the grass, there are even more serious concerns about the sidewalks for pedestrian traffic and things of that sort, and that's one of the things that we try
But the park is closed after dusk anyway, so by being here, we'd already be violating.
We've already determined that if we can get around the issue of you erecting additional tents, that you guys are free to occupy this area as long as you want to without those tents. We need to seek a permit. We need to seek a permit if you want to erect additional structures so we can manage that for the property itself and work with you collaboratively to see how that structure all works out. But we're not going to be forcing anybody out of the park tonight, and we've already talked about this State Patrol. We want you to stay. We've allowed to open the gazebo for you all night long. We've allowed you guys to have the power on for the last 5 hours or so. So we're trying to be as accommodating as possible and help you make sure that your message is heard and that you guys are able to do what you want to do politically here and wherever that may be. But we need to stay within the bounds of reasonableness. And right now where we are is we're happy with your setup of your first aid tent for your safety without a permit. We think that's reasonable.
Yeah.
We think that your food tent is reasonable as long as people aren't lying about it and things of that sort. So that's reasonable. And then seek out a permit so you can actually have additional structures out here that you can then spend longer time with your message. So, yeah, we do have a couple of concerns. They're not huge. The process to get a permit is very simple. It's very easy. It's not difficult. There's no difficulty in it. And so if we can work reasonably together, then I think that everybody's going to be happy. You guys will be able to do your thing with your message, and we'll be happy. And
I don't want to speak for everybody, but I think what I'm hearing from a lot of the group is this is a civil disobedience action. That it is a matter of we don't want to get a permit for various reasons, and in spite of that,
we shouldn't have to get a permit.
I think either saying I personally would like to move in a direction that at least acknowledges what you're saying, and so whether that means if we do erect tents, suggesting that they go on the pathways so they don't kill the grass, suggesting that they go underneath the trees for the same reason, because there isn't grass there.
Well, putting plastic down on the grass, kill the grass.
Am I